Well,
tell them how old your sons are.
I don't even remember. Let's see. My son Dino is going to be 46 this year.
Can you believe that?
And my son Brandon, I think, is 38. So isn't that something that those kids are that age? I can't even believe it. I feel like I'm 30 years of age.
You look like you're 30
Oh,
years
you're
of
so
age.
kind.
Everybody says that about her.
Oh, that's so kind.
It's true.
Well, tonight, I just want you to know we're going to go out tonight to a trunk showing in Beverly Hills. We'll be taking our cameras with us, and we're going to be interviewing not only designers, but maybe a few celebrities who might show up for our friend Turkey Lurkey.
And you know what happens every time we go out anywhere together? Well, number one, people go, "You're sisters!"
Yes, they do.
Secondly, they always stare at our faces because they want to know, who's their doctor? They look so natural.
Who's doing your face work? Right. Because when we go out in Beverly Hills especially, the look in Beverly Hills is overdone because they have windswept cheeks, very fat lips.
Trout pout.
And now we're seeing more and more big cheeks that look very unnatural to me. What else do you see? Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I see women who look kind of sad because they have to do all these things and they don't know about how to do it naturally. But we are here to tell the world about it.
Yes. You know, one thing we could dispel just very quickly, and that is the length of time that it takes to run through a facial magic exercise every day. In the beginning, when you learn this program, you're only going to learn 2 exercises. So that week 1 requires 70 seconds of your time to do the exercises.
I mean, really,
70
anybody
seconds.
can do that.
That's right. And as you build your program, 2 exercises each week, it requires another 35 seconds for each exercise. So when Jackie and I go in to refresh our faces every other day, we only spend 22 minutes each day running through all 18 exercises. That's hardly any time at all.
And, you know, I want to mention, too, for the young women that are listening, start early. That is just the key.
That's the key.
You know, in the old days, the plastic surgeons would say, and maybe they still say this, that if you want to have a good result with plastic surgery, you have to start at 28 years old. Well, I say if you want to have a good result with staying young naturally, you have to start at 25 years old. And we have somewhere, right, on the video, of a picture of me at age 25 and a picture of me at age 50, and my face looks exactly the same. And I didn't know about facial magic back then. So imagine if I would have been doing it from age 25 to 50. But the great news is, if you're older and you haven't been doing it from age 25, you can start now and you can still get a magnificent result. You can go back to, I don't know how far you can go back, but if you use the exercises and you use visualization and use your mind. You know, Cynthia has a friend who said, I do facial exercise, I do it in bed while I'm watching TV. And okay, I used to do that too, back in the day before you chided me about that. But she's so right, because when you're doing facial magic and you go to the mirror and you just concentrate on you, you know, you're getting more than just a renewed face and a younger face. You're getting that you time that is so important. And when you're concentrating on every little bit of those tiny little muscles, you just get an extraordinary result.
Yes, you do. And I love facial magic.
Me
From
too.
the time that I first learned about it, I was smitten. I felt like I was free falling from the cliff, just waiting for that next moment to happen, because my face was sagging, my eye was sagging, I had a waddle under my chin, and I didn't feel confident about myself. So I didn't want this to be an infomercial.
No, but you know what? In my case, it was that I had to go around being a beauty expert. I was on TV, and even before I was doing Aging Backwards, I was on TV for 30 years before that, and I was always having to go to doctors and beg them for injections and fillers and, you know, what lasers, what can you do next? Oh, can I have a trade of a facial and all? You know, we need facials, but I mean, I was trading for everything all the time because I was so desperate to stay young. But now it's like I took my own life, my own look, my own beauty into my own hands when I discovered facial magic, which is why I'm your biggest stalker.
That's great. And she also discovered luscious lips.
Yes, I did. See how fat my lips are? Yesterday I pumped them so big.
I thought they were going to turn blue. She was using that pump.
You thought they were going to pop.
No.
They looked really, really big. Yeah. And that's what's great about luscious lips is because you can make them really, really big if you like that look, and I decided that I kind of like the moderate look.
Yes.
I'm just a kind of a moderation is the key person. But you can make them really, really big, or you can just make them look healthy and get rid of those. You told me I'm getting rid of those little lines.
Yes, I noticed that they're beginning to fill out a little bit more.
Well, I know I've said this before, but I used to have these like sheets of dead skin that I used to peel off. You didn't know me then, thank goodness. But now that I've been doing facial magic and luscious lips, because there are some facial magic exercises that also do the lips, I haven't had that at all. I haven't had any dryness. I haven't really had those ridged lines. I haven't had anything above my lips. By the way, here's just a tip off the topic, but if you're accustomed to using a straw to drink, do not purse your lips like, you know, because that's like the cigarette type. You're going to get those wrinkles.
Stick that straw way back.
Yeah, you could get those wrinkles with a straw. So that's just a little aging backwards tip to throw in there.
Now, sometimes they say wrinkles are a result of hormonal imbalance in our body, which may or may not be true. But what I do know is that luscious lips will certainly help bring the fullness back to your lips from the inside out. Those little lines and wrinkles begin to disappear because you're rehydrating the tissue. And just as Kathy Wright said, we need to stay hydrated all the time with water and fruits and vegetables, and I adhere to that as well.
Well, you know what? We're so into water and our filtered water that we have this friendly neighborhood cat that comes from next door, and we even give him filtered water.
Right. That's right.
Because you know what? We want him to stay healthy too.
Yeah. Hey, do you know who our next guest is for the Ageless Sisters?
Okay, don't put me on the spot.
Robert Ramos.
Oh, yay! We've been waiting for Robert Ramos.
I know. He is such a guy, and he does the most beautiful hairstyles. So if you've ever admired Jessica Alba's hairstyle, Bette Midler, and a host of others, I can't even think of all the celebrities that he has worked with, he's going to be our guest on our next show on August 19th, I believe it is, or 16th, I forget the dates.
16th is a Monday.
Is it? So it must be the 19th.
Yay.
Okay.
Robert Ramos.
Robert Ramos, yes, and he'll be talking to us about the newest and hairstyles coming up for fall.
Oh,
we need to know that.
Well, I always liked my hair long. That's just one of my things. And I mean, Kathy's looks so cute short in this picture. But you know what? I spoke to Bruce Grayson, who's he was the Emmys makeup artist, and I spoke to him and interviewed him for my book, and he told me, you can have long hair at any age as long as you take care of it, because there are women in their 20s that shouldn't have long hair because they don't take care of it. And I'm chattering on and we're running out of time, so is any last things you want to say?
Well, no, just that I'm so glad that you're finally going to live your dream to be a New Yorker, which is very happy news. I will miss you terribly when you're not here.
But we'll be over there.
Yes, I'll be going to New York more often, and now I'll have a place to stay that doesn't require long hotel bills, or big hotel bills.
Perfect.
Yes. Well, anyway, we are so delighted that you guys have tuned in, and that we hope that you've learned some new little tricks for your health and tips, and we're so happy that Kathy Wright took her very valuable time to join with us today.
So don't forget Frownies.com. Go there.
Yes, and her book, Your Health in Your Hands, and that's on Amazon.com or on Frownies.com.
Right.
Well, until next time, we love all of you.
Love ya.
Yeah.